we'll introduce our first cosplayer.
Our first contestant today is PI Cosplay, cosplaying Join Kakeru from King of Prism, Shiny 7 Stars. Is she ready? Yeah. Woo!
Kazuo, you are studying, right?
Yes, Mother. My mother's strict, but when you're born as Jewel and Kazuo, the heir to a multinational corporation, life comes with the territory. It's not the worst life. I've got way more money and power than any 16-year-old should rightfully have, but it's suffocating. As a kid, I was made very aware of who I was to grow up to be, and because of that, I grew up way too fast. No 5-year-old should watch men be thrown into financial ruin. No 12-year-old should encounter, well, honey traps are unfortunately common in this world. But someone gave me advice that despite not understanding, stuck with me. Use your work to envelop others in your love. I didn't even know if love existed, but I'm a bit of a nerd in more ways than one, and eventually that caused me to stumble upon something that gave me a hint. Prism shows their call, and due to them, I did what every heir to a billion-dollar company would. I dropped out of normal school and enrolled in an academy specializing in them. It ended up being a place where I can forget some of my responsibilities and become someone else. Kazuo? Boring. Way too many expectations on him. Kakeru? Cool. Hip. A hit with the ladies. As Kakeru, I've come not only closer to understanding his words, but closer to learning who I truly am as well. If I can make it as Kakeru, then perhaps one day I'll be able to face not only Kazuo, but my family name as well. Representing Idle Rose, Join Kakeru!
To note is how high are the heels?
7 inches.
I'm barely surviving in flats. Now, specifically, is there anything you want to share about your costume to the audience before I go on a massive rampage about the amazing things in it?
Maybe it would have worked a bit better if we'd gotten everything right with the costume changes, but I mean, still kept doing the skits, so.
Okay, so specifically about the costume changes, as you saw, there were 3 layers, but you could not tell from the outside that she was hiding something underneath, which is incredibly hard to do. Additionally, the first layer came off with domes, and the second layer came off with magnets. So she had 2 methods, which took 4 to 5 tries to perfect and make sure it actually happened. The big fluffy thing, that amazing coat thing that you saw, it's not just fluffy fabric. There is an underlaying construction of was it upholstery foam?
Yeah, background batting.
Dacron matting that was unfortunately a bit heavy on the back heavy, so it would have gone back. So she counteracted that by having weight down the sleeves as well. So the engineering behind this costume is absolutely insane. There are different techniques used to make it. We've got clear warbler over the vinyl here to give two different effects. The shoes are ice skates, if you turn them to the side, which she had to go into the heels to create the ice skate shape. So this costume just gets more and more complex the longer you look at it, and I could rampage internally about it. The roses were originally a resin mold, but they weren't big enough, so she had to go in there further to resin cast further to make the roses bigger to the size that she needed. Everything is immaculately lined. Every layer you saw was perfectly constructed, not only on the outside, but the insides too. Yeah, this costume is just ridiculously construction heavy and amazing. Is there anything else I forgot that you want to mention?
All of the fabrics on my legs, like all these things here, all the textures here, I had to put all the vinyl on those, those did not come by those. The stripes are all separate fabrics as well. So together, this costume is just horrific in hindsight when I think of how much time I spent on it.
A nightmare, a beautiful, sparkly nightmare. Judges, is there anything else you want to add? I got most of it, so Shawnee will get you to do an amazing pose or five so the camera can capture you beautifully. Again, the heels are 7 inches and she danced in them. Brilliant, thank you so much. So I believe we're going to have a